When you wake up, you don't know that today will be the day to change your life.
Grace, please tell me what happened. What did he do to you?
I've been so lonely since my divorce. I want to love somebody, I want to be loved.
You need to get the hell out of this house and meet somebody.
You have to see these in the right light. And the best lighting in the room is right here.
Hey.
Hey.
These are beautiful.
So are you.
Thank you. Tell me something. I mean, I know you've had many young women. I was just wondering, why me?
Shouldn't the question be, why not you?
I was falling hard. I didn't even know that a man could be that perfect.
Will you marry me?
It was a whirlwind. It was the happiest time of my life. That's when everything I knew shattered. Who are you talking to?
Grace, they don't like being checked up on.
Mr. Clyde would like to see you in the conference room right away.
Okay.
You have 24 hours to return the money, or you're going to jail.
What money? Somebody got into my account. They got my passwords. Somebody has stolen my identity. I can't believe you do this to me. I can go to jail.
I'm your husband. You know the laws of this state. The money's mine now. It's your fault. You made this too easy. Women your age, low-hanging fruit.
Grace, what happened? We're outside the Holloway Correctional Facility where Grace Waters is being held.
Something isn't adding up.
Grace, where was the body?
There wasn't a body. He was gone.
I just know there's so much more to the story.
If you knew something and you didn't tell the police, that's a crime, right?
Oh my God.
You two are friends. Are you covering for her?
Objection, Your Honor. This is unfair.
It's your job to walk into that courtroom and make it fair.
Don't make me go back there.
Oh, darling, if you see the devil, won't you tell him I'm coming home?
Why do they have nicknames?
You should know what the group is called. BAM.
BAM?
Big-ass motherfuckers.
From Grace, a story about a black woman who falls in love with a black man, but that black man has a dark secret. Also, old people in the basement.
Let me tell you something. You know what? This movie hated so much that I just laughed at the utter ridiculousness of everything. Let me be clear. Like, I'm not angry at the movie. I'm just sitting back, just watching it. Like, just every movie mistake. Every movie mistake that you could possibly think could happens in this movie, even down to the background people not knowing how to drink a cup of fucking water and food on a plate that's non-existent.
How is it, Chris, that this is possible? This whole movie, number one, it's actually quite a feat, because yes, I know what everybody's about to say. You only did it in the 5 days. I got to be real. This is the best 5-day movie that I have ever seen.
I mean, visually, sure.
Because you can look at any other Tyler Perry's movies, and it got that filmed in on a Saturday and a Sunday vibe. No, this movie
Medea's
it
Happy
looked like
Family.
What you say?
You mean Medea's Happy Family? That shit was filmed on a 3-day weekend. What are you talking about?
Nigga, I swear to God, they did that on Memorial Day weekend. They did that during a cookout.
That is a movie that, like, A Fall from Grace, no bullshit.
Oh,
I get more plot out of A Fall from Grace than Medea's Happy Family. I don't even know what the fuck happened to Medea's Happy Family.
I don't even remember what it was about.
Other than the obligatory woman got raped by somebody in the family, and she had a baby from said rape. That shit.
Dude, here's the funny thing, Chris. You don't understand. There's something you need to understand. All the people of this show need to understand. You have already locked yourself down as the person I do Tyler Perry movies with. You have already locked yourself down.
Look, I pretty much put myself on that cross from the start that we did the UBG. Before the podcast even happened, me and D were talking about Tyler Perry stuff all the time, and it was fucking hilarious, the conversations that was happening. So at this point, I have no regrets from that, because it's just, at this point, every movie, there's a level of comedy to it. Even some of the good movies that he has, which is like 3 of them, that you get comedy out of, because it's just funny. Because it's even when they're good, they find some way to do something that's just dumb that you just laugh at.
They always do. And I think the best one. You see, here's the thing. I think Daddy's Little Girls get a pass for all the wrong reasons.
Because Idris Elba got kind of grandfathered in as the best thing ever.
Yeah, he got and everybody fell in love with the girls, but the acting outside of Gabrielle Union and Idris was terrible. Well, hold on, no.
Louis Gossett Jr. for that.
Louis Gossett Jr. was actually good. See, here's the thing about Tyler Perry movies. You will get good acting out of these people. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you did. That's the one thing I always question why people overlook it. I know the movie's shitty, but there are some scenes that these actors put out. They're good scenes. You can see that there's on-screen chemistry with the actors and everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's the one that Tyler Perry actually gets right.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing of it is, like, in this movie, he has Crystal Fox. If you know Crystal Fox, I did a marathon of I rewatched all of the seasons of In the Heat of the Night, and she's one of the black cops. She was I think she was the second black female cop in The Heat of the Night that came in after the first chick got killed. So she came in. She was in that show, and she's done a lot of TV shows and stuff. She's pretty much an actress. She did a lot of stuff over the years, and when I saw her, I was like, oh shit, that's the chick from In the Heat of the Night. And he'll get these actors that you remember from like years ago, and they pop up in his movies.
Because here's the funny thing. I think if you're B tier on down, you have no right to scoff at a Tyler Perry movie.
I mean,
in my opinion.
I mean, he put Cicely Tyson in the movie, and Cicely Tyson, I don't see anybody outside of Tyler Perry putting her in movies like that.
Mm-hmm. And like to me, he always will get, like you say, he will always get these certain actors to be in his movies. Don't know how he does it.
I mean, look,
I think it is because the all black people thing. You know?
Yeah.
Even though we already talked about that, this nigga don't pay nobody like that for some reason.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. But
now we're starting to really show that he don't pay nobody like that. Yeah.
I mean, look, I think they give a living wage, and that's about it.
No. I don't think they get paid SAG minimum or nothing.
I mean, look.
I don't think they get that, man.
This is the guy that get Felicia Rashad, which, again, she's always good for a role. I mean, hell, she's in the Creed movies, and I'm like, oh, she's just playing the black mama. All right, cool. She works.
I laughed like a motherfucker when she was in the Van Damme jump, man, in the Van Damme series, bro.
Bruh.
Like, Felicia already proved to me she won't say no. If there's a paycheck and she can do it, she will do it, man.
Hey, she is not Debbie Allen. All right, Debbie Allen got standards. Felicia's like, you know what? I need money. All right.
I was like, a paycheck's a paycheck, honey. And if I can do it, here's the thing about Felicia Rashad too. Felicia Rashad is no lay down actress. She is actually going to fucking act for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's going to actually fucking do it. You got her, you're going to get her.
I mean, also they, and then also, I mean, they had the litigated gall, and I say this in the greatest way ever, to put her in This Is Us to make us really get those fucking tears flowing. And when they put her in This Is Us as dude's wife's mom, I was like, oh boy, we getting some black acting here. We get some tears going. Here we go. Here we go.
Negro acting. Good old Negro acting.
And then on top of that, there was like, then on top of that, like I heard Felicia Rashad is going to be in Disney's The Rocketeer, and I was like, well, there you go. She's going to do anything at this stage, so there you go.
She's allowed to do anything she wants to in my book, bro.
But Mekhi Brooks, though.
Man, Mekhi Brooks, man, this nigga. First off, I am happy that he has a semi-rising stock. I'm glad white women like him now. I'm glad.
I mean, when Supergirl likes you as a character, I'm just saying, you know.
I look, he's like this. I'm glad white women like him now. I'm glad people remember him from True Blood. He kept the career. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did.
Though, man, he's Jax.
He's Jax now, isn't he?
Yep, Jax in Mortal Kombat. I'm like, oh shit. All right,
hey,
good for you, sir.
Give him his credit. He looked good in this movie, man.
Yeah.
Ain't like he's out of shape or anything like that.
He played that fuckboy to precision.
All right. Now who's that? Now, all right. Now before we go into this, of course Tyler Perry's in his own movie, and who else? Who's the I don't know the name of the girl.
Brisha Webb is the lead actress in the movie.
All right. Now, if anybody knows about it, she came out of pocket so hard to try to defend all the fucking high school play bullshit that was going on in this damn movie.
But D, don't you know?
She tried her best.
But don't you know she played the younger Taraji in Acrimony?
Oh yeah, she did.
That's why I was like, wouldn't you? Acrimony made so much money. It's like, fuck it. I'm going to ride this shit till I can go.
I think what really did for her though was she was like, F it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to stay with Tyler. That's just a solid paycheck. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can talk about how Tyler should, get writers on there and stuff, and I get that. That's to me, hey, that's a solid argument to have. Legit, we can talk about certain things about this movie, which we're going to talk about, with just certain choices, which I'm like, I mean, we'll let when you watch a movie, you tend to let you tend to let certain things go, but with this, it's like there's just mistakes after mistakes, editing and just. I mean,
everything. Like, here's a funny thing. Like I said, it's sad when there's clearly fucking lighting and there's clearly fucking cinematography, and you're like, oh my god. So they actually got somebody to shoot this motherfucker, and then that's it.
and then the lighting, like the beginning of the movie, and this is what had the beginning of the movie. You know what? This is why I eased up. Tyler Perry told you from jump, screen one of this movie, what this movie is about. When you have an old lady fall off the second floor of a house and she quote unquote dies, I call bullshit, because you fall off the second floor of a house, you're not dead. Unless you fall on your head, you're alive. You just be hurt.
I don't know, nigga. I don't know, man. She was clearly 69 years old and she jumped off that shit like she was fucking New Jack. I think she's dead, nigga.
Only thing missing was a backflip into a table or something.
Only thing that was missing was Natural Born Killers. It's New Jack.
but then you have the cop who plays old girl's boyfriend and stuff. And again, in my head, because you watch so many Tyler Perry movies, off break, I was like, is that a wig on his head or is that his actual haircut?
Nah, for me, I was like, okay, so you're the light one. So what hero do you play in this? That's what I said. Because I already knew Mekhi Brooks was in it. So I was like, clearly you're the light-skinned one. So where do you come into play? That's what I said.
I mean, he's such a great, and this takes place where again? What state was this in?
Tyler Perryville.
Yeah, Tyler Perryville.
AKA Atlanta. I don't know. Let's say Georgia city suburb. Let's go with that.
We'll say Georgia. And like
Georgia.
when they set the tone,
outside of Macon, Georgia. Let's go with that.
When they set the tone to the fact that this old lady jumps off the roof to the point they had a helicopter flying in there. I'm like, they need a helicopter for an old lady.
A helicopter, though. No, for a bitch jumping off the second floor, dog.
I mean, you don't need a helicopter.
Was it a slow day? Atlanta PD, was it a slow day?
But I like how it's so casual that it happened, right? And he comes home and just like, yeah, I'm just going to lay next to my wife and just tell her about the day in just a very calm way. I'm like, there's no sense of panic, no sense of sadness. All right, cool, I guess.
Oh, yeah, baby. By the way, this little bitch jumped off a motherfucker.
Like, all right, cool, man. You go take a shower, dog. Just, all right, cool, bet. Got you.
Oh, damn, for real. So we going to the Hawks game tonight? Damn.
I mean, we're just knocking the scene, but again, this is supposed to be the scene sets the tone for again their relationship and stuff, and it's fine. It's fine. It's typical.
It's fine. Look now, yeah, it's fine. Hey, will you care?
Do I get tears that an old lady died? Anything?
Nothing. So we get to see what Jasmine did. Jasmine is a prosecutor, and she is going to be working the Grace case, despite what she wants, because Tyler Perry just told off the break that, yes, her boss is Tyler Perry, with one of the most attractive gray wigs that he had. Here's the thing.
He has a Don King wig from Rocky IV.
I know everybody gave shit to the wigs. I know everybody gave shit to the wigs. Tyler's is the only one I accept, because I could imagine a nigga look like him having hair like that. So I'm kind of going to let that one pass.
Come on, D. We know people inside churches, the deacons, that got hair like that.
Like, nigga, you got clippers, though. I know you do.
Bruh, look. I think there was one time, I don't know if you and your dad ever had that moment where you see that one dude that clearly he got clippers, but he don't use them shits. And his hairline is in bad need.
I'm like, yo, man, come on now, man. That's why I call bullshit with these niggas. Like, I can't go to a barber. Bitch, what you needed to was get a ruler out and get them clippers. Quit fucking acting like you can't do shit for yourself.
But I like how Tyler was playing the most asshole-ish boss to her. Like, I'm busy. Jesus Christ, lady, do your job. I'm like, but dude, you're supposed to be our mentor in some way. Like, you're just a dick.
Like, yeah, you gonna take the case or not at all? I'm like, damn. So you just gonna give her this case? And here's the thing. Immediately she goes into it. You see that Grace is like very catatonic. She's not trying to talk. Her fucking wig look like somebody, slamming on the head.
And it's, you know what? Again, there was a part of me that I didn't mind the wig on Grace in jail. To be honest, I really didn't.
How you gonna be looking like that? I'm like, bitch, she in jail.
She's supposed to be glamorous. I mean, this ain't Orange is the New Black, guys.
She in jail, and she in jail, and she obviously look like she's going through it. Obviously.
I mean, when you get accused of killing people, I mean, wouldn't you?
What the fuck are you gonna look like? Are you gonna have your fucking nails did, bitch? I'm like, honestly, man. Like some shit. Some of the complaints is like, look, and this is coming from a nigga that watches bad movies. Y'all need to shut the fuck up.
I think that's why we're so prepared, because you see so many bad movies. You look at this movie like, it does some questionable things, but it's it's on par with a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, it is. And that's what a lot of people have been saying. Tyler Perry has been making Lifetime movies. Sure.
He knows his wheelhouse. Yes. That's why it's like, you know what? Fuck it. He knows what he's doing. Gotcha.
That's the thing. And everybody say, well, like, you can complain at him, but he knows what his audience wants. He knows how to write to his audience. And God damn it, if his dramas are the best comedies.
Look, I saw that clip from Oval. Now, I never seen Oval. I saw that one clip and I'm like, I'm not watching that show. This is ridiculous. Like, it's like a lot of his shows, like when he had the thing that was supposed to be the Girlfriends knockoff, and I'm like, well, this is kind of staple for a lot of like UPN type shows. I mean,
like you can give Tyler Perry his shit. I think you should. I think he deserves it.
Like the new show, bruh.
But some of the stuff, y'all need to shut the fuck up. This nigga is doing something that no other black person is really doing right now, man. If Will Packer had his own fucking studio, he'll be making the same shitty movies. Trust me, Will Packer is not a motherfucker. He's not motherfucking Sammy Sosa in '96, nigga. Let's not act like this nigga's doing. Let's not act like this nigga's making Shakespeare, nigga. Come on now.
Will Packer just knew to move on. Like, I did 3 Tron movies. I gotta get away from this, and then he did fucking.
I'm sorry. What was the name of that joke with Shamar Moore and Vivica Fox? That Choices shit.
Yeah, it was Choices. It was Choices 2 or some shit like that. I don't know.
Like that, I forgot the name of that bitch. Yeah, but yeah,
Brian White played in the sequel where it was like the sequel where he was the brother, and I'm like, okay, y'all clearly had different mamas, but okay, cool, I guess.
No, it was her and Mel Jackson.
Yeah,
it was her and Mel Jackson. Her and Mel Jackson. Yeah, I fucked that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like it's kind of funny how we go on that nigga. But here's the one thing. This is why it benefits to have a room of writers, or at least have somebody look it over. Because the one thing that comes very, very apparent is that there's no body and no murder weapon.
Which automatically should be open and shut case. It should be like, oh, well, Grace didn't do it. But apparently in Barney Fifeville, you're guilty.
Thank you, Barney Fifeville. That's what it feels like, nigga.
It's like, who did the investigation? She's guilty how? Is there corrupt cops here? Which, that would have been an interesting angle if it was corrupt cops.
It was. And she ends up talking to Felicia Rashad. Felicia Rashad is her neighbor. She's like, oh, I've known Grace for a long time.
Yeah, she is. Did you figure, when did you figure out that Felicia Rashad was in on it?
Huh?
When did you figure out that Felicia Rashad was in on this?
Oh, hello. Who are you? I'm investigating. Oh, yes, I'm Grace's friend. I've known her all my life. She did it.
Okay. All right, cool.
You did it.
Glad we're on the same page. We're seeing eye to eye.
When I was watching this with my parents, I came in much after this, but my dad told me what was going on. He said, Felicia Rashad is her best friend. I'm like, what's she doing there? I don't know, but I bet she got something to do with it.
But like, I like how, like you said,
gave away the end of even fucking know. Oh my god!
But like like you said, Grace is catatonic and stuff. But I like they take the time that Grace takes the time to go back and relay the story of how she met Mika Brooks and stuff. And I'm like, so
now how she meet this dude? I forgot where she meet him at. Oh, was it like a dinner party or some shit?
Yeah, it was at an art gallery actually. He's a photographer. And he met her at an art gallery and stuff. And apparently, this dude has a thing for older women because Grace is just like, I'm not Grace. I'm not beautiful. Now look, when you see Grace outside of the shitty wig, she does look pretty. She looks pretty beautiful. She is gorgeous. I'll admit
for a woman in her 50s going into her 60s, she's not bad.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Y'all probably say, well, that's kind of unbelievable. Look, the niggas that go for older women always look like Mika Brooks, don't they? They all look like God, don't they?
Yeah.
Just like, they fuck boys. They in shape. They smell good.
Why did my man...
Hold on. They say all the right things, and you just know, just deep inside, not only are they fuck boys, but it's like, wow. The chlamydia and the face slap that you gonna get from that nigga 5 weeks from now is not worth it, baby. Don't even...
But my thing is this, did they have to hook him up with the high top fade wig? Why couldn't he just be bald? Why couldn't he
Okay, now, I agree. Now, let D defend this. That looks like something that a nigga like him would wear.
You're right. And part of me wishes... I don't know if Mika Brooks could grow his hair out. I don't know where his hairline is and stuff. Maybe he went bald because he, was like, fuck it, I'm going to jump ahead of this shit before it goes that way. But,
that nigga always had a cut, man. He always had a bald cut, man. So,
okay. All right.
So,
yeah. I didn't watch True Blood, so Supergirl was my first time seeing him. So, like, I didn't know True Blood was bald.
True Blood was the first time I seen him, actually.
Okay.
And that's kind of funny because I'm starting to see a couple of those actors they're sprinkled everywhere. The only people that got big after that was Anna Paquin. Her husband, who was in the movie on show too, Stephen, God, I forgot his name. He didn't even get big off. I thought he got a little bit bigger, got more roles. Not really. Anna Paquin was the only one that ended up getting roles after that fucking show like that. Ryan Quaintag or whatever his last name. We see he was in our motherfucking Hurricane Heist. He ain't been doing that. So
I think was it Joe whatever his name. He's the other one that kind of. Well,
yeah, actually, yeah, he didn't doing good. He actually did pretty good. Joe Manganiello, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Yeah, he did it all right, man. A couple people did. Skarsgård did all right too. I forgot about that. He did all right too. But it felt like a lot of everybody else was like kind of stalled. Mekhi Brooks did all right. Good for him.
I mean, it is what it is and stuff, But yeah, so when you see them go back and stuff, he's a photographer and stuff. He sees her in the art gallery. They meet each other and stuff, and they kind of.
They got the rings, got the ascot.
Man, listen, man, like just the
got the Jimi Hendrix thing going on.
But just
you know what I mean?
but you also have the aspect too that during the time that she's talking to him, they kind of go into Felicia Rashad kind of goes into the conversations that she was having with Grace, and it's a typical older women conversation about what's happening and stuff like that, and this and that and stuff. It's typical. They're drinking over wine, and she, Grace is relaying her relationship with dude and stuff, and yeah, it's funny just watching it and stuff. And like I said, Mikad just really going over the top with it,
Yeah, because the motherfucker is kind of fucking charming the whole time, man. Yeah. He's actually saying the right shit to and all that. She's loving him. They're going out everywhere, and then. I don't know why I didn't see it because I'm mad how the movie explained it. Because as soon as they was about to go into it, like I fucking knew it. He surprised her at work and took a picture of her and all that. Her computer was wide open.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Now, two things. Now, Chris, yes, this can happen to you in real life. Okay. Mm-hmm. Two. It'll be kind of difficult because computer screen gets kind of blurry when you get it in print any type of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gets blurry, so it's hard to read the screen. Second of all is this, Chris. This is the big one. So she just so happened to have top secret information just up at that time.
That was such a that's what we take those certificate courses for and at work for because of exactly shit like this.
That's what I'm saying. I know, like I know enough about computers where, yeah, that could theoretically happen, but there's like 4 things that need to be. She just so happened to have all her shit pulled up.
Well, I mean, it's like he took a picture. We found out later what it was, but he took a picture of the screen that she had it on that had all the important stuff like her mortgage information and stuff, and I'm like, well, that's mighty convenient.
Just so fucking happy.
And but just the build up for it, that's what makes it hilarious, is because I talked about earlier about how the mistakes is and stuff when Grace and dude are talking inside the restaurant, right? I laugh because the white guy that's into the left of Grace, our right from her perspective.
Oh,
he's literally. I'm laughing because he's literally watching the scene. I'm like, dude, your job as a background person is to pretend that you're talking to the person directly in front of you.
He was looking dead at the camera.
Also, I can't believe I'm in a Tyler Perry movie. I'm on camera.
I'm in a Negro movie. Dad, you can't say that no more.
Like, everybody else around them knows that, okay, we gotta play background people, but he's the only one that's like, hey, dude, like, you're supposed to pretend you're talking. Like, this is weird. Especially with how he shot the scene with the back and forth of them talking, like, behind the back shot with the dude behind her and behind him and stuff. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of weirdly shot a little bit, but whatever.
And then on top of that, and then the best one was the fact he was drinking nothing. And I was just... Clearly, nothing. And it was like something earlier where Tyler Perry had like a cup in his hand where he's like, wow, what is this? And he put it down and you were like a poop. I was like, that was an empty cup.
It's like, what are we doing? And then you forget Tyler Perry had to throw in some erotica stuff because, Grace is in the shower thinking about Mikad and stuff, because that's what you do.
Oh, man. Having what you call, God, I feel old for saying this, having herself an herbal essences commercial in the motherfucker.
It's like 50-year-old Grace in the shower having an awakening moment.
God. I mean, like, yo, man, like right there, I saw the steam. I was like, yo, This is what I want. Some good old gilf action.
Also, low key, did you notice that she didn't want to get the wig wet at the same time?
Low key also, because D's a pervert. I'm just gonna say this. She looks like she's Sky Black's aunt. So this actually works for me as far as erotic.
This does work and stuff, because I'm like, look, hey, look, older women, they're fine and stuff, but it's just...
Look, I'm dead serious. And niggas knows who Sky Black is. I need you to look her up now. Sky, I think it's 2 Ks or 2 Ys. I ain't really sure. Whatever, Black.
2 Ys.
2 Ys, yeah. Big old booty. She's one of my, she's top 3 for me, period, because she's probably my favorite dark-skinned porno actress. I love her. She could play Grace in the porno spoof of this shit, and it worked, nigga.
How has that not happened? We get spoofs of Different Strokes and Good Times. We can't even get this. The hell?
Oh my God. I'll be the king of that shit. Will Rocket's doing it wrong. Because niggas, if we do a parody of something, we're going to do it right. That's why the Good Times one is fucking amazing. It is amazing. Black people are because you know why I say it's amazing? Because number one, shut the fuck up. Number one, the quality of porn you're getting in that is just top of the line, right? Getting good actors, good actresses, they're all into it. Then on top of that, the wigs that they have in this shit is fucking hilarious, especially when you see Byron Long deep dicking a bitch and he has the motherfucking ball cap on, and you're just like, this is stupid. But then here's the best part. They did it on the cheap, like the real good cheap. Cheaper than what white folk do. It looks good.
I just appreciated Misty Stone committing full tilt into that. Just saying. I really appreciated that.
Have to. Shout out also to God. Why am I fucking up her name? Oh, Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo, yep. She played Florida with a big ass booty in that one. Let me tell you something about Miss Cleo. First off, she is the most sexiest, hard face looking black chick I have ever seen.
Hey, be careful.
Hey, look, I ain't saying she ugly. I just say she's just anyway.
She's a much like Kathleen Turner, very handsome woman.
She's a very handsome woman. Let me tell you that. Her ass though is amazing. In the scene with her and Byron Long, I know it didn't win nothing, but it won something for D.
I mean, look. We all won that day. All right, let's just be real. We all
won that day. The internet needs to see that shit. But anyway.
I
will make the porno spoof of this, and it will be good. Trust me, dog.
It's like she's having these moments, right? And then, they cut to the fact, because, again, he's a fuckboy. He doesn't like church. Church is like the fucking cross, just like the cross is for Dracula. This is church, church, why am I here?
I it was so funny. The second I saw church, oh, yeah, Tyler Perry movie.
It's like, why is church the evil thing? Like, why do we have to hit it on the nail that it's like evil church? Can we
okay. This is how Tyler Perry knows his audience. Again, Tyler Perry knows his audience are older black women. Older black women are usually in the church. They are mostly in the church. All right. So certain things that are seen as evil, bad, wrong. Fucking COVID. Anyway, the things that are seen as bad as wrong usually is homosexuality, a man not having a job, certain things that old black women really don't like out of men. You know what I mean? That really comes up. And men not going to church mean that you don't have a soul and you don't care about God, meaning you don't care about us, yada, yada, yada. Go down that line. But anytime they do, it's easy. It's an easy backdrop to do. A good example, Temptation. Remember the red backdrop that, what's the name was in? Where everybody was fucking. Now, 2 things. Number 1, yes, a red light while everybody's having sex. Yeah.
Shocking.
Number 2, come on, what? Come on, that ain't bad. Come on. That's awesome. Why is that bad? And number 2, evil. It's easy to do that.
Evil.
But again, Tyler Perry knows his audience. Now, here's the funny thing about what I just said about homosexuality. I don't remember there being anything bad outside of Why Did I Get Married To? But when that happened, it was hilarious. But at the same time, it did kind of make Janet Jackson look like the biggest bitch in the world.
Biggest homophobic person even too.
I mean, but even still, I mean, all of it though, I think that was done on purpose though. You know what I mean? Even though, yeah, it still kind of plays up to his audience to have girls kind of be on Janet's side just for, you know, them to be like, when Optimus Prime elbow drops the living shit out of Malik Yoba's vehicle, don't worry, we're going to get to that movie because I have to. So, you know, I think you just playing up to the audience when it comes to anything religious. You know what I mean? That's just knowing who you serving it to.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry I got attacked by the COVID right there. That
I got attacked by the COVID.
COVID. We meet again.
Oh,
yes,
man. It's like
COVID, we meet again. Yes, D, you shall go down. Have at you.
Oh my God.
He comes up and be like, ah, and they zoom all the way out. It's like a microbe, and you don't even see. You just hear.
Now, Shannon. You know, that's Mikael Brooks. I like how they played the scene where he's proposing to Grace, and it's supposed to be fireflies, and it's like, this is not fireflies. This looks like some Windows 2008 background flashing.
Hey, Chris, here's the thing. Of all the things that Tyler Perry does in his movies, what made you think that After Effects were going to be a part of that?
I just thought it was funny.
Oh God! So what CD? What CD did he get that from?
I don't know.
What CD what graphic CD that came out in 2005 did he get that out of? What, the 1001 Images one, or which one? I'm just saying.
I mean, then also I laughed too at the flash on the camera. Look, if Eros is here, he'd probably be rolling over in his, well, he's not dead, but he'd just be rolling over and face palming at like the flash on the camera. I'm like, what kind of fucking camera is this?
My God. But the whole thing, she just like, I'm in love with this dude. She's head over heels. And then she finds out.
But just how blatantly obvious, though, he was taking a picture of the screen. Like, first off, lady, why do you have your computer screen open in bed? Like, when he was taking a picture of it when you were at work, that kind of made sense because he caught you at your job. But in bed with your laptop open, I'm like, really? What? But
at the same time, can you get mad that he caught her slipping?
I can't get mad at him catching her slipping.
I'm just saying.
I'm just laughing at the fact that she even did that. There were
easier ways of getting this shit to me, man. There was way more easier ways of getting it. But whatever.
I mean, but like what had me rolling was that like as this relationship is like, oh man, it's so great and stuff. He's getting her flowers, coming into work and stuff. And then she finds out that, there's some money missing out the account.
Boy.
Now here's my thing.
Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I say again, the second she mentioned it to him, you just saw the flick of the.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when her boss presented to her with, because I think it was close to $400,000 missing, right?
Oh no, it was $350,000. $350.
But what had me rolling was like, in any sort of situation like that, right? You wouldn't automatically be fired, right? It'd just be like, if you didn't do it, we're gonna have an investigation, and at most you'll just be you'll just be like, all right, you're gonna go home on suspension until we get the situation settled. Nah, this job is like, fuck you, you're fired. I'm like, so you don't have you don't have to pay it back.
No. Yes, there was, because remember, the cherry on top was this. Also, like, I want all of my money back, or you're going to jail. I was like this. That is not how that works.
You don't get money for something that you did.
That is not how that works. That is not how that works. I swear to God, Tyler Perry. I feel like he really doesn't have any friends. I really feel like he doesn't have no friends. Nobody look over his shoulder. Dog, that ain't how that work though, bro.
So we don't do this. This is dumb.
This plot, that's how how is the plot convenience working not in favor of the fucking person in the movie? That was just convenient that they could just fire you and then demand you pay them back or you go to jail.
Yeah, it was, that whole thing was just fucking
That sounds like
hilarious to
some
me.
shit. That sounds like some shit the motherfucking scammers be doing on the phone, man.
I mean, did you see? I don't know if
back
it's,
today, you face charges and you have to go to prison.
no, but I like how when he gets in there and stuff, right? And he's confronted by Grace and Felicia Rashad's right there, and he's like looking at Grace like, "Yeah, tell your friend to go." And she's like, and Felicia Rashad, you know how she goes straight into Claire Huxtable move, like, "No, I would not move. I'm staying right here.
I will not leave.
She's my friend. You're going to answer the question."
So you just gonna use old black woman words on me?
I'm immune to that, bitch. That word bitch does not faze me. I really feel there are words that don't faze older women at some point where it's like, yeah, I'm not these young women where I'm gonna freak out. I'm just gonna look at you straight in your face like, yeah, you ain't gonna talk to me like that.
I think most black people have this same attitude. If you had a white person jacked up, get your hands off me, nigger, and you just slap like, ow, stop it, coon, slap, dude, just stop talking, dog. Like, it don't phase us. It's just like, shut up.
Now, what was wild to me is that, Shannon literally was like, hey, I didn't steal the money, and she was like, what's in the bag? And he pulls out what's in the bag, and she's like, oh, I guess he didn't do it. So she's talking to the police and telling them what's happening and stuff and who could have hacked her and stuff. Then she decides to go to the bank to figure out some things, and she finds out that somebody put a mortgage on her. Was it a mortgage? Was it another mortgage on the house?
Yeah, it was another mortgage on the house
for the same amount that was missing from her job.
And she got footage.
It was notarized, and I'm like, who lets a bank let anybody just roll up in there and just take that without ID? What?
Hey, Chris. See, now I think about it now. Yeah, we're overthinking it. Only for one main reason. This is the same universe that has her going to trial, and there's no body.
No evidence that Grace did it. It's just, dude. Here's how fucked up the cops are in this universe, right? Grace, man, they arrested her.
It's the Perryverse. Remember the Perryverse.
The Perryverse and the Tyler Perryverse. Basically, if you're crying next to blood, apparently you did it.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's exactly how it works.
This is like Disney. This is Disney levels of shenanigans for no reason. It's like,
I mean, yo, man, this is like if you told a fucking teenager to write a fucking short story, he would make it like this, where you're like, okay, all right, Desmond, this is actually a good start that you have here. There are a couple things that we need to change over. First off, the spelling of these names are wrong. Secondly, you can't do that. Legally, you can't do this or do that. It's kind of funny that I'm saying this out loud, Chris. It seems that Tyler Perry needed somebody to, I don't know, proofread this shit.
Nah, I mean, but also, too, we have
no, you know what you should say, Chris? First off, Diary of an Angry Black Woman. Of a mad black woman.
Look. Tyler Perry has nobody proofreading his stuff at all. He just does it and is like, well, looks good to me, Tyler. Let's go. And this is Tyler Perry talking to himself because he doesn't have a writer's room.
I mean, really. I'm like, look, in some instances, I get if you want to, you got to at least have somebody look at the bitch.
If it's a movie, I'm fine with him doing it by himself. Fine. If you're doing a TV show, you might need at least 2, maybe 3 people tops. Just saying.
I mean, like at least 4, man. At least 4 or 5 people.
4 or 5, but you can't be cranking out TV shows like movies. Like movies, there's a degree of we'll accept it that you want to do it yourself. That's fine. Plenty of people do it, so that's to be expected. But you can't do this for the movie. But we'll say this though, you were onto something with Shannon. I like how 3 times in this movie before he finally revealed his evil self. He'll turn on Grace in the subtle ways, but he's talking to, what we find out later on is Felicia Rashad on the phone, and Grace is like, is that another girl on the phone? And he's still talking to the person on the phone and just ignoring her the whole time on some shit, and I'm like, bruh.
You over there like, answer me. Who is that on the phone? The 2 things that I don't like. Here's D. Why? Fucking why?
The subtlety of how he sat there and
Fucking
said it. It was the
why,
slowness
dude?
of it. Just the pause of, you know what, I don't
I like my fucking business. Fucking why?
But let's be real too. That was a start, but him apologizing, because that's when he came back and gave her the flowers, and that's when he apologized. It's like, all right, maybe it was a moment, right? He had a moment. Then he did it again in the most passive aggressive way, and Grace was like, should I be angry at this? I don't know.
Oh my god.
And then the heel turn fully hit when she came to him with like, I know you at the bank, you did this and da-da-da, I got video. This dude looked on his phone like, there's video, but yeah, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care.
This motherfucker had, I mean, there are times in cinema where you know you've seen something that you've never seen before that will be idolized for the rest of your life. That will be just ingrained right there. No matter what, that is cinema to you. Who knew that it would come from a Tyler Perry movie?
Bruh, the fact that she was trying to get...
Macabre Brooks, shirtless, in his boxers, cigarette in hand. Who knew?
Blue Moon beer.
This movie.
Blue Moon beer in his hand. Drinking, not giving a fuck.
That wasn't Blue Moon. That wasn't Blue Moon.
And then she was like, yeah, you need to get out of my house. Last I checked, lady, you saw me at the bank. It's our house. We're married. What are you talking about?
We a couple now. Like, I want you out of this house. I want an ashtray.
Ashtray, bitch.
Ashtray, bitch. Yo, Chris, I was watching this with my dad. We was dying. My dad like, ashtray, bitch.
Here's what had me rolling is that he had to really amp up his evilness and stuff, right? It's not enough he's telling the cops. It's not enough that she's telling the cops everything, and the cops just nodding their head like, yeah, man, but you're married, so what the fuck does that matter, right?
What you want to fucking you want to fucking do? Real story. We was over there. We was seeing that part. But here's my dad. What you need to do is go get the ashtray for him. He been calling for.
But then shit. But then he ends up his fight. He just do his fucking Instagram thought in his bedroom and shit, butt ass naked.
That was awesome. This nigga Lord nigga the fuck out this chick. She like, what y'all doing about that? He had the nerve to have somebody in my bed.
Bruh, and the chick, without missing a beat, the chick didn't even get freaked out. Like, you brought me to your mama's house? And he was like, my mama lived better than that. And she didn't even question. He's like, well, let's just get back to you piping me. Let's go. I'm like, wow.
I know. Yo, when he said my mama lived better than that, I was like, how is it possible? How is it possible? Get fucking LeBron dunked on from outside the goddamn room. How is that fucking possible?
Yo, butt ass naked. I'm kind of mad. I was like, yo, Tyler, you could have went full tilt on might as well just showing his front, just go full frontal. Might as well. You're on Netflix. What they gonna do?
Hey, look. I was like, look. I think I got this from American Dad. Look, are we gonna? I don't think this play is gonna show full wiener. I think they should. Like sometimes you look at a movie, it's like, you know what? Let's go for it, man. Show us a dick. Why not?
But then to even again, he ups it up even more. Same chick that he's piping. They walking down the stairs. Like, what happens? You have sex with a chick afterwards.
Post-coitus glow.
Walk down the stairs, and he straight up just kisses her and be like, oh, we should do this again sometime. And walks her out the door. And then goes up to Grace and laughs and walks off. I'm like, bruh.
Oh God. Oh my God. Look, at this point, my parents are cracking up. My mom was like, she need to kill him. She like, my dad like, well, we getting to that. Hold on now, we getting to that. I was like, yes, we are.
And then when Grace just simply just asks him, can I just have my money, man, please? And he just gets pissed off like, how many times I have to fucking tell you, old lady, this is our money.
Thank you. That's what I saw. I saw the fish off of SpongeBob. How many times you gotta learn this lesson? We married, and all of it's mine too, bitch. Yo, I want you out of this house. He like, I want you out of this house. Hit me, and I want my ashtray, bitch.
bro, I'm just laughing
now,
because...
I got a question. I got a good question. My dad asked this question. It's a good question. So during those, probably there had to be at least a week of all that shit going on. Was she still cooking for the nigga?
I mean, I don't know, man. That might be some fucking what's the name? It's like when you're with the bad guys and eventually you help them out. What's the deal? Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. Yo, man.
Yo, I'm surprised, dude.
I'm like, yo, Pop, that's a good.
This movie would have been 5 stars if when Shannon and the girl that he was fucking upstairs came downstairs. Grace is in the kitchen cooking food for him. 5 stars. I would immediately laugh my ass off like, yo, Grace cooked dinner for them.
So Grace, you cooked something for us? I can't believe he told me to cook something. And I did, because I was in love with him. That would have been awesome.
Cut to the scene where the young girl's eating the spaghetti up like, oh man, this is so great, ma'am. And I'm like, what?
Nigga. See, this is why Tyler Perry needs somebody in the writer's room, nigga. Shit like this. That's I always see, nigga. Nigga.
This is why. Look. If you're gonna go ridiculous, you gotta get some people that will be all in on your method to madness.
Okay.
AKA Tyler Perry. I'm just saying you can reach out to CJ and D from 3 Black Geeks.
I'm just saying, man, 3 Black Geeks, we here for you, dog. We here for it. We heard you play black people. Look, here's the thing. I don't get paid much anyway, and I'm just going to use you as a lift and all spot. Much like, who was that? Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to, second you fire me, I'm just going to end up producing some shit, and I won't be on my own.
Bro, but did you love the fact that when Shannon is monologuing, you look in the background, you see Grace grabbing the bat, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go, let's go. But did you know that Shannon had that look like, he did it, and then he just straight beat her with the bat, and then that's when the prosecutor's like, you clearly didn't do that, did you?
No, when she did that, I was like, oh, damn. So like, this bitch went Frank Thomas on my nigga. She pulverized him. And then I was like, okay, so what now? Oh, and he goes down the stairs. Now, Chris, you want to know where does D get it from? You always ask D, you're stupid. Where does this come from? Well, let me tell you. It's come from my father and my mom. See, I get riffing from both of my parents. My parents have a low tolerance for stupid shit. This is the reason why I love them. This is also the reason why D doesn't spend too much time with them, because I'm technically the stupidest one, but yet I'm the smart. It's a long, dumb story about my ego. Anyway, but we watched the movie. They're just riffing it. We riffing it the whole time anyway, right?
Yeah.
So my dad comes out. No, my dad was like, we see them throwing down the stairs, right? And my dad was like, wow. So how did the motherfucker get out of there? Like, yeah.
but what wows me out.
He was like, yo, how was there nobody? Who took the fucking body?
Now we're talking. So we spent majority of the time here talking about Grace and her relationship with Shannon, right? We gotta get back to Jasmine as the prosecutor. Jasmine is a public defender, and it just reminded me now. This movie took place in Virginia, D. I don't know where in Virginia, but it took place in Virginia.
That's.
I'm gonna say a small town bordering North Carolina at this point.
No, I'm. That looks a little bit too big to be that, but I'm gonna say Tappahannock.
What, like Fredericksburg over there?
No, Tappahannock. I'm talking about Tappahannock, a little bit past Petersburg, man.
Oh shit, yeah, huh?
Tappahannock is towards what's the name? God, it's going towards motherfucking Hampton, but you gotta take a turn off somewhere else. I don't fuck. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say around over there. I only been to Tappahannock once.
Yeah,
but anyway.
But Jasmine is a public defender, and
no, stop. It's in Roanoke. This is Roanoke.
Okay, but like
this is Roanoke.
But what wows me out is that she's a public defender, and as you watch this movie, I'm like, she's not. It's like this should have been open and shut, Jasmine.
This should have been open and shut. And I like how it's like. She's like, I don't understand this. Look at this one picture. How is that open from the inside rather than the outside? He's like, that's a. And her boyfriend saying, that's a good question. That's a question that a good public attorney says. Here's me. Hey, policeman, shouldn't that be a question you should be saying?
Actually, shouldn't you be questioning your cop buddies who did the investigation and pictures of the scene?
Oh
and be like,
my, exactly.
It's like, where's the body, dog? Anybody see it? Where's the body?
Hey, baby, I don't know if you know this, but, if there's no body, there's no way you can prosecute somebody for a murder, especially trying them for a murder. And in order for there to be a murder, there needs to be a dead body. So, ask for dismissal.
Yeah.
Why is this going to trial? Why did we arrest Grace?
But it goes to trial. And what we have, folks, I've seen bad court stuff in movies and TV shows. This ranks up there as like top 3 all time.
Yeah, I mean, really, though, dog. I mean, it's...
Jasmine is doing everything that would get you kicked out the courtroom within the first 5 minutes.
And Tyler Perry says the most easiest line in the movie. I don't understand. This might be a millennial thing. I don't get it.
Okay, I laughed at that one. I laughed. Because did you love how he busted up in that room looking at Jasmine like, what is taking so goddamn long, lady? It's supposed to be open and shut case.
I mean, I don't understand why any of this is even going to trial. And my mom was like, so why did... My mom was asking questions the entire time.
Dude, Tyler literally played the typical angry police lieutenant, but he's not the police lieutenant. He was like, you better get this done or you're fired. And I'm like,
God damn it, I got City Hall breathing down my back.
It's like City Hall at Tappahannock, because apparently business is booming here. We can't have this happening.
Yeah, this shit happening, man.
I mean, to be fair to him, though, he did off rip at the beginning of the movie tell Jasmine, like, look, this is an open shut case. The chick did it. Just close this out. Get a plea deal. Whatever you gotta do. Close this out. Because the media is on my ass. And I'm like, for a killing of a guy? Okay, I guess.
Man, look. I know Roanoke ain't the best place, man, but I don't think that's that slow of a news day for you to, like, get mad that ABC and NBC and 2 radio stations want to know shit. I don't think that's them. Come on, nigga. This is not like this. How is this like the murder of the century in that town, you know?
With also the Scooby Gang, a.k.a. our co-workers, are baffled just as much as about the fact that there's no body.
Look, I'm sorry. In a town where where a woman straight up Travis Scott herself off a motherfucking second floor window, y'all niggas are out here like anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
funny.
Felicia Rashad gets up on stand, and I got a question, Chris. I don't get how she shot herself in the foot, but why? Like, I watched this scene 3 times and I still don't understand what the fuck had really happened. Why did she let everything go? Why did she give away? I don't get what the fuck, what was the point?
I mean, when Felicia Rashad got on there, at that point, it's like, if you didn't know she did it, you wouldn't did it. Because Felicia Rashad, her character literally was like damn near almost smiling internally and outside when she was talking about Grace and their relationship. I'm like, you might as well just go on ahead and say, you're involved, you did it, and that's that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was like, yo, it was so stupid, man.
He's like, has Grace ever been violent and angry? Oh, no. She's not a violent person. And I'm like, so is your angle, Jasmine? You're trying to make it seem as though Grace couldn't bash dude's head in, even though she had probable cause to do it? Just saying.
I'm like, so are you grilling her or not grilling her? I'm like, what the hell, you know? And it blew up Jasmine's face, rightfully so.
Well, I mean, just the fact that like the first day, she's all frustrated. And I'm like, I'm surprised her husband is like not telling her, yo, like Jazz, like you could do better. Like what the fuck? Like what we doing?
I mean, I think he in his own way did, but it was just done such an asshole way. Like, hey, babe, you just suck at your job.
Well, just the fact that he's like, when it happened in court, he's like, well, why didn't you say anything? You knew she was telling the truth. I'm like, hey, dude, that's probably not the right time to ask that question.
I'm just saying.
I get it. I understand. But it's like, if you say that, she's gonna sit there and tell you, and there it goes. She says that you're not on her side. There you go. There you go.
I mean, yo, look. Here's the thing. We needed more drama in this.
I mean, you know, it's just, but yeah, it was drama. It was drama in the Tyler Perry way because they were arguing, but it wasn't like yelling arguing. It was him basically being like, "But Jasmine, I'm not on her side. What are you talking about? I support you in every way.
I love you."
Well, no,
but I love you.
He did the light skin. I'm almost about to cry moment and stuff. When they were arguing. I laughed. I was like, okay, you got me, movie. He's like, come on, Jasmine, we're one unit. I'm like, dude, I don't see any tears, man. Come on, like, convince me here.
You know what my problem was? I'm like, wait a minute, when did this become a thing?
What? Oh.
I was like, yo, this was a subplot I totally forgot about. Y'all actually have a shitty relationship because she's doing a trial.
Well, dude,
it sounds
he's a cop and she's a prosecutor. They work long hours. They just the streams don't cross until now.
Shut up, Chris. I don't give a crap about their bad relationship. The reason why they don't text each other at daytime. That's all it is.
I ain't gonna lie. That looks like... Look, I think low-key they have a good relationship, but it's the most dull-ass goddamn relationship in the world.
Like, dude, man, send her a love note or some shit, dog. Like, what's wrong with y'all? I don't know, man. She's sterile.
Dude, right? I love you on her hand. Something. Jesus Christ, man.
Man, like, did you try spanking her? I'm throwing shit out.
In fact,
I'm being healthy.
Why you yelling at me? This movie was obligatory sex scene between them. I'm kind of shocked it didn't happen.
I'm glad it didn't happen because Tyler Perry's sex scenes still look like they need help.
This is why he needs to get fucking Will Packer on there. He did the Tron movies. You gotta get him on there as like the Unit 2 for the sex scenes.
What you need is a dick.
Just saying, you were almost there with me, Cad. He was almost there, man.
Let's see, what you need is a penis, a good firm penis too. Also, I mean, you really got. It's like this. I mean, you really gotta learn that dick. Like, you really gotta learn that dick, and be like, Mr. Perry, that's not Will Packer you're talking to.
also, Tyler Perry is allergic to side boobs.
Tyler Perry is allergic to good writing, Chris. So why is this surprising?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that because you look at the McCann Brooks sex scene with old girl. That chick didn't have a bra off at all. I'm like, who has sex with their bra on? Who?
Quite a few people. Thank you very much. Also, this movie is not about sex. It is about a murder. It's about a mystery murder without a body.
Just saying, if you're gonna make me believe that this dude's a fuckboy, I mean, you gotta have him fucking a sex with a chick that's bare ass naked, not with a bra on and shit. That's just I can't accept that. I mean, I'm just saying, it's just like, yeah, you had Grace covering herself up all the way up to her chest with her sheets and stuff. You couldn't get it for old girl. We just I don't know, man. We can shoot. I mean, I'm just saying, it's like you really could get some side boobs. Hey, even when I look at Why Did I Get Married and stuff with the people that quote unquote had sex, I'm like, no side boobs, nothing at all. All right,
none at all.
It's like we don't. This is good Christian movies. I'm like, no, it's not. But if we're gonna talk
wholesome Christian movie, ain't about them titties.
Hey, look, he this movie inspired plenty of 50-year-olds out there to start becoming sugar mamas all of a sudden. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, because they want to Cad Brooks,
The guy that just beats on them all the time. It's like crazy.
I mean, she had evidence of abuse. She had evidence of there being infidelity. This was an open and shut case.
And she shot herself in the foot because she wanted to go opposite. Like, how can I fuck this up really because my emotions? Which, this is where it didn't bug me, but I just laugh. I'm like, dog, Tyler, like, you could have wrote her at least halfway competent. Like, you had her literally going off her emotions, which is the stereotypical thing that we say about women and stuff. They run with emotions, no logic. I'm like, there's some women that have logic here. I'm just saying, you could at least show that she had some logic. Like, Jesus Christ.
My only defense, we're on this bitch.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the only defense I got for her. I knew a lot of people that did get mad at that. I got it. I understood why they were mad, but it was like, this is a Tyler Perry movie. Oh, come on.
It's just you want a little bit of competence, just a little bit. Just give me a tad bit of competency, because if she's such a good public defender, why is she running off for emotion? She could at least just mic drop and be like, "Hey, no body, no blood. We're done, right? All right, cool."
No. We can't have that, Chris. We can't have good things in a Tyler Perry movie.
This is true. You're right. Just I thought, I was assuming, so. I mean, but like, I just find it funny that like Rory, that's Tyler Perry's her boss. Basically, he came up to her, and I laugh at the fact that he told her, after they having their little talk, because she got thrown in jail for contempt.
Yeah,
the judge told her to get her behind back there and stuff, and he threw her in jail for contempt, and I'm laughing my ass off, like, what?
Because even when you see it, it was like my mom was like, so. That was very avoidable. Like, what? Like, why? Like, what is she doing? She was so fucking frustrated in this movie. It's like somebody just wrote this movie in one sitting.
Oh, did you love that the movie just popped up and told us that Grace had a son that popped up in the court scene? I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? I didn't know she had a son.
He was in the early part of the movie, but I don't remember what he did, though.
It was blanking your miss, because he was there, but the movie never really told me straight up, oh, that's her son. It was just like, who's he? Like, I guess that's her son, and that's it. And then all of a sudden, when she was like, Felicia was like, I'll take care of your boy. I'm like, he's a grown-ass man. I'm pretty sure he can take care of himself here. I'm just pointing it out here. Just,
Now it's all, all this is getting to me saying, all this is getting to me. Because I'm telling myself, what does this have to do about a woman jumping off a fucking roof?
Yeah, so what happens is that Grace and Jasmine, but this is the day before they have, actually it was the day of, they did the final stuff, after Jasmine gets thrown in jail. Her and Grace she has the epiphany of what exactly happened, which is what we were saying, that Shannon was taking pictures of Grace's stuff, and that's how it led to him getting the money and all that and stuff. And I'm like, all right, she has that, and she's yelling at the cop out there, like, I got information that can help for the investigation. Give me my phone call. Da 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 da. And then I'm like, okay, and they just let her out of jail because her boyfriend figures out what happened and stuff, and boom, the whole thing turning around to with the old lady at the beginning is the fact that Felicia Rashad helps out her son, which was McCab Brooks, dupe these old ladies into, basically getting their money.
Yeah.
Which, it's a thing that happens in real life.
I mean, look, but here's the thing that got me, though. The only reason why they even investigated over there, when they went over there, you saw Cecily Tyson, who was always in the background when you went to Felicia Rashad's house anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the reason that really killed me was, she was like, Cecily Tyson at age almost 100 is acting like a woman her age is supposed to be, but she's clearly cognizant to know how to act like that. Like, it trips me out that, like, Cecily Tyson is playing old woman instead of actually being an old woman. What I'm trying to say is Cecily Tyson is going to outlive us all. And we're just going to have to deal.
I just like that throughout the whole movie, that she was pretty much the X factor that opened it all up and stuff, because like she's in the background in the upstairs room and stuff, and like Jasmine sees her a couple of times and stuff, and she's in the background a couple times when Grace is over there talking to Felicia Rashad and stuff, but she's just there. And at first you think, okay, maybe that's Felicia Rashad's mom or something like that, right? And then by the end you find out she's just a random old lady that got duped out of her money, and that was the house that she was living in.
And then here's the thing that gets me. They go through the house, and then you see all these old women. All of these old women chained up and all the rest of that shit underneath the house. And with the women in the beginning of the movie was the woman that jumped off the roof. And she was actually one of the people that escaped from down there. But here's the thing that got me. So when that happened the first time, nobody investigated over there?
This is the same investigating unit that arrested the chick, even though there was no body.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And as Jasmine said, just some blood splatter, but nothing confirming that her DNA is on the blood splatter.
This is crazy world. Everything is everywhere. You know what I mean? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Up is down, blue. Up is down, blue is gray. I get it. Like, you know what I mean?
But here's my thing, though. I like how her boyfriend arrested Felicia Rashad and then left her there instead of putting her in the cop car and locking the doors.
But Chris, you have to realize it fucking already told us that was going to do that, because early in that scene he was arresting somebody when you learned that Jasmine was going over there, and he let him go. And the dude, when he handcuffed the dude, and the nigga ran off.
No,
drove off.
No, Brubman stood there on some like, you gonna get these handcuffs off me? So you just gonna drive off? Word? That's what we doing? We just driving off, huh?
All right, bet. I was like, yo, when he did that the first time, here's me. Like, you are written up. You are so written up. And then when I see Felicia Rashad get up for the here's me, you're fired. You are so fucking fired. You let two people go the same way. And the best part about it is when you saw motherfucking Shannon show up in the background like, yeah, it was us all along. Ain't that right, mama? And I'm thinking, like, mom, like, why do y'all have like this sexual chemistry right now? Ew.
This is weird. I mean, look, Felicia Rashad is gorgeous too, but damn, no, dude, that's not good.
What the hell's going on here? And I like how this motherfucker eats the bullets, like, because here comes Felicia's boyfriend. He comes out of nowhere, bow, 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 bow. Gets him. It just falls down. Here's me. That nigga is still
time out, D. We also forget the fact that he is kicking the shit out of Shannon is kicking the shit out of her boyfriend, by the way.
He fucking washed that nigga. He was lucky he had a gun. He was lucky he had a gun.
It couldn't even help, because even when Shannon kicked it, he's like, oh, what you gonna do? Bah, bah, bah. Like you said, he ate the bullets, and I'm like, what?
Because guess what? I didn't see no body, because me about that, I don't see his body. I don't see that nigga about. There's going to be a sequel.
I mean, I heard rumblings there will be a sequel, apparently.
Oh my God. And then at the very end, like, all this happens, Grace gets off and everything can go back to normal. I don't know if Grace got her job back, but
I'm assuming she did. I'm
assuming she did, and I think she's smart enough to know that she can sue the fuck out of her company for firing her like that without investigating properly. But, whatever. But the movie ends on Felicia Rashad going to another woman's house to be a caretaker, and she's actually wearing the best wig in the movie. Huh. Who knew?
Which means that she went to a different state to start this scam up over again.
Yep, and going to do it all over again. And D is saying what a lot of us are saying. Let there be a sequel.
But my thing is this too. What makes me funny is that they're gonna have to search for Maurice, because that's Betty Mills, because that's the real name that the media said. That's Shannon and Sarah's name, Betty and Maurice Mills. So I'm guessing if they're gonna find Felicia Rashad, they're gonna have to do like an America's Most Wanted type scenario to find her, because I'm pretty sure she ain't in Virginia doing the same scam again. I'm pretty sure.
Nah. That girl, homegirl, is in fucking Missouri.
I mean, she's smart.
She skipped a couple states. She skipped a couple, yeah. But,
Oh man, but just the fact that the photographer, like 5 days, man, that's crazy to me. But at the same time, it's like,
best looking 5 days you ever saw.
Dude, bro, what had me dying was that I remember somebody joked on Twitter that it's funny. It was like, you know what would have set this whole movie off is that if we saw a scene with a boom mic just popping up out of nowhere.
That's the only thing that was missing. We've seen people not drinking nothing in the background, not eating nothing. We've seen Tyler Perry with his fake cup. We've seen Tyler Perry with his bad wigs. We've seen everything bad but a fucking boom mic. And you know what that tells me? There might be a thing called quality. There might be a thing called quality control there at Tyler Perry Studios. There might be a thing. There might be a little bit of a glimmer, Chris, that they won't do no stupid shit like have the boom mic or a camera shadow or the camera reflecting in the mirror. The camera reflecting in the mirror is the worst one. But still,
You know what would set me off is that scene where Shannon is taking a picture of Grace in the bed. And I'm surprised they didn't have because there was a mirror next to her. I'm surprised if you didn't look in the mirror, there was one of the camera people behind.
You see reflection. You see Tyler Perry crouching over trying to look over in the camera as they shoot it
with the intense face, yes, this is great.
Directing.
Oh my god, I love how much of a phenomenon this movie was. Because I remember when they showed the trailer, and this is, what bugs me about movies like this, even outside of the Tyler Perry ones, right? I hate when they do trailers that are 3 minutes long. Why is your trailer 3 minutes long?
I don't know.
It feels like whole ass movies in 3 minutes.
It's like telling us the whole plot sometimes. When I was doing the intros, I tried to get the ones that are 3 minutes. But the ones that are 3 minutes, they really don't do that. They just extend it longer than it should have. It matters how bad the movie is, actually, when I think about it.
There's one with Lance Gross that's coming out, and I'm like, this isn't Tyler Perry? And dog, the trailer is 4 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm like, you just told the whole plot of the fucking movie.
No surprise.
And it looks like well, you know what? I think Tyler Perry's production visually is better than that movie. But still, it's just, I can at least give Tyler credit. There's a vision. He has, people how they sit there and say Marvel Studios movies has a visual style that that's Marvel, right? With Tyler Perry movies, there's
You ain't shit.
No, it's not even a joke because, if you, and I'm not saying all of them look alike.
I feel like that's a joke.
No, but people tend to sit there and say that there's something about them when you watch them. It's something that you could tell it's a Marvel movie, not in a bad way and stuff, right? With Tyler, it's he has some sort of visual style to him. It's oh, that's a Tyler Perry movie, just because of the lighting and how things just look. It's oh, yeah, that's Tyler Perry. Yep, that's Tyler Perry all the way.
Filmed on a weekend.
Again, this movie was done from a Monday to Friday phase.
And I'm telling you, this is not, what makes it so funny for me is that, this movie is so bad. You never seen Boo and Boo 2, have you?
I kind of like Boo 1. Boo 2 is I
don't like neither of them. Both of them are terrible. I don't like neither of them. God.
But they're rated PG-13.
It might as well be PG. It might as well be PG or G. It's not, nothing is good about it.
Those are movies too. Now, they look like that was filmed on a Saturday and it was done filming on Sunday night.
It really does look like that.
It's hey Tyler, how long did it take you to do Medea and Boo and Boo 2? That took about 2 days. 4th of July weekend we did Boo 2. Nah, it's about right.
Hey, we losing daylight, y'all. Come on, hurry up.
About to do these night scenes. That's another thing about this movie. That's another thing of Tyler Perry. His movies have very mediocre lighting, continuity errors out the fucking ass.
Yeah.
It's just, hey man, it's him. Man.
Yeah, I think this movie, it was just this movie just had. This was a Netflix movie, so nothing was lost. Only shit was gained.
He got money up front.
Yeah, only shit was gained for this from Tyler Perry. Number 2, this was probably one of Tyler Perry's most I want to say viral, the word I'm looking for, but people talked about this movie. This was one of the most talked about Tyler Perry movies in years.
Ashtray bitch.
You know what I mean?
I knew immediately that shit was gonna get mean. He said ashtray bitch. I'm
like, I heard ashtray bitch. I went on Facebook and put ashtray bitch and oh shit, you saw the movie?
Bro, but that shit, because I think it was that Friday, and I remember I was at work. Yeah, I was at work, and people were already starting to watch it, and everybody was just coming in. The pictures were coming out of them going in on Grace's wig.
I didn't watch that shit until that following Wednesday or some bullshit like that. And I just so happened came home early and my parents was watching that shit. Nigga, I have never dealt with a movie like this before, man. Where I had so much fun. I learned so much about myself as a person. How I'm a critic. I learned that I got a lot of that from my parents being assholes to shitty movies.
It is wild, man. I think that's why at the end of the day it's look, we're not saying that the movie is great, but it's one of those movies that's just wow, this is amazing.
as much as, but here's something I noticed though. Oh, it was something interesting. My dad at the end of the movie, after we saw that, my dad was like, "That's pitiful though." He said, "All that's what you give us. That's pitiful." And here's the thing. I do think there is this need from people for wanting Tyler Perry to make something legit good. You know what I mean?
But
I think there is a drive that everybody wants that, and that we keep on getting these shitty movies. Yeah, I totally get it. I understand.
Oh yeah, I get it. I think at the same time though, it's the fact that people put so much focus on that, and I was like, guys, like you can put it on Tyler Perry, but you're also ignoring some of the other black movies that are actually good. Like there's another movie on Netflix called Uncorked.
Yep,
really good movie. And I mean, people talked about it, they liked it and stuff like that. And it's like, hey, those movies still exist. I said it before. Once Will Packer and them started coming into the mainstream and they put out, you know, the fucking Think Like a Man and that stuff, it opened the floodgates for every other person, black directors and producers, to put out black movies. And it's just like, it's up to us to just watch the stuff. Because you can have your, like I said, you can have your bad movies, but there's good black movies too now. They both coexist. Yeah. Same with TV shows. You don't have to like Empire, but Queen Sugar's right there. It's right there. You can watch it. It's good.
That's my thing. We have gotten to this point now as black folk that we do have good and bad. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
Which is equal opportunity. That's all I ask. Yo, just
I really do.
Give us opportunity.
And look, and here's the thing. Black folk got to also realize we're not going to make perfection because we don't. There's a lot of shit where we don't give a fuck. And there's a lot of shit where, yeah, you can tell that we don't have a lot and we can't put on the show that we really want to put on. But I think people have an understanding now to take the good with the bad. Rock wasn't a good looking show, but it was a good fucking show. Everybody watched it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
I think, of course, if it's good, people will flock to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think what people don't want from black movies, just to be honest, is the same bullshit. You know what I mean by same bullshit. And we want just to be good. Just have good shit. As much as I don't like Queen and Slim, it looks good. I understand why somebody.
I wasn't a fan of the ending, but
I understand why somebody like it though. I wasn't a fan of that shit. I actually, nigga, oh my god, we're gonna do that movie all the way one day.
Look,
that's gonna be on the three black. We're gonna have to do it.
I will support the movie. It's just that ending is just like, oh my god.
Oh, the ending. No, for me, it was the second half of the movie on down. Oh,
I was fine with it, and like I said, shout out to the guys at Black on Black.
Good premise. Great premise. I liked a lot of the shit. I fuck that movie. No.
I mean, shout out to Black on Black crew. They hit on the nail when it was like, as soon as you saw that fucking black dude at the end helping Queen and Slim, you already knew what the deal was. I was like, son of a bitch, he's right. God damn it, he's right. It's like, oh man. So yeah.
Is it true? It's true. But anyway, thank you for coming on this episode of Band with me, man. I'm so glad, y'all. I will call you again when it comes time for you to do another Tyler Perry movie. I'm thinking about going all the way back to the start of it. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I'm thinking about doing that shit.
But we also have another movie on the list. You already know what the deal is too, right?
What was that?
Uninvited Guest. That's in the Tyler Perry wheelhouse, sir.
Oh, nigga, that's not even a Tyler Perry movie. That's the best part about that.
It's in the wheelhouse, but it's like early Tyler Perry. Before Tyler Perry existed, movie existed.
I think that has more connection to your boy Will Packer. I got to look more into it, and I got to find a copy of it. I can't find a copy of that shit online. But whatever. But anyway, thank you. This is the end of BAM, y'all. I'll see y'all later.
Peace.